Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
A viewer took this video around 3 a.m. It's hammering, digging, lots of trucks and noises going on all hours of the night in one North Moorhead neighborhood. Thanks for joining us this evening. Mike has the night off. People in the area of 9th Street and 5th Avenue North in Moorhead contacted us, upset that work's been happening all around the clock. The city hasn't told them why these crews need to work all hours of the night, and they want to know why. Going to work for you, Valley News Team's Bradford Eric digs into what's going on that has crews so busy.
The Moorhead Equals Fantastic Facebook page was all abuzz after Ashley posted this video at 2:49 a.m. of crews working near her house. She's not the only one tired of the jackhammering, heavy equipment, and bright lights interrupting her sleep. Nicole posted, "If we can hear it, then we can't be far." Amy, North Moorhead keeps getting better, except for the annoying overnight projects. Take a look at what all the noise is about. Moorhead City Engineer Bob Zimmerman says at the bottom of this massive 25-foot hole lay the problem. A nearly 2-foot in diameter sewer line had corroded, affecting nearly half the city of Moorhead.
We didn't know at that point the scope of the repair, but once we started, because it affects such a large area, we couldn't stop.
That's why contractors and city workers had to work around the clock. But neighbors weren't told the work would be happening.
Had we done a notification, we wouldn't have been able to provide a lot of detailed information, and expected that would have probably generated more questions than it would have answered.
Zimmerman explains there is a code red system that the city uses to tell people of emergencies. There was no imminent sewer backup, so no alert went out. Zimmerman says the project will take quite a while to complete. The pipe is back up and running, but the 25-foot deep hole won't be filled and paved over until later in the spring. In Moorhead, Bradford Eric, Valley News Live.
People living in that neighborhood should be able to sleep a little easier now. No more around-the-clock work is expected on the sewer pipe or the lift station projects. Well, if you ever need help uncovering an issue in your neighborhood, call our whistleblower hotline. We'll do our best to get to the bottom of it. Leave your tip with us at 701-237-6576, and a member of our investigative team will get on the case to work at exposing the truth. Well, we've had a little light snow in some areas of the valley. Can you believe it? And there might be more in store in tonight's forecast. Let's see what Lisa has going on. Lisa, I see a picture of some white stuff there.
Yes, we are looking at the North Dakota DOT cam in Cullom, North Dakota. You can see there's some snow on the grassy surfaces. The roadway still looks clear. It may be a little wet, but the snow mainly just sticking in the grassy surfaces there. But we did just get a photo from one of our Facebook viewers. Jason Rick posted this from, he said, his trip to from Oaks, North Dakota to Britton, South Dakota, that he saw this photo or saw the snow on the ground and even on his roadway there. So just be aware some of it is sticking, and we are still dealing with it off and on rain showers and snow showers in parts of the valley. When I return, we'll be talking about when this will be winding down and when we can expect perhaps a little bit of a warm-up on the way. We'll be talking about that in just a few minutes.
Snow and then warmth? I mean,
just a small warm-up.
Okay, all right. Thanks, Lisa.
You bet.
Well, we have some new information now on the chase through Jamestown that led to a man getting shot by police. The suspect's identified as Lee Ellingson. He's charged with reckless endangerment, criminal mischief, DUI, and fleeing. We're told that Ellingson's still recovering in the Jamestown Regional Medical Center. The Stutsman County State's Attorney also tells us an initial court appearance and bail hearing could happen as early as tomorrow. Also, we have some new information in the case of in Marshall County. Foul play is suspected in the death of a 64-year-old man in northwestern Minnesota. The name has not been released yet because they're still needing to tell some relatives. It all happened in this rural home, just outside of Viking. That's northwest of Thief River Falls. A neighbor says the victim was a great guy, and it's a complete mystery to him why anyone would want him dead. Today, investigators from the Bureau of Criminal Apprehension were investigating the scene, searching for some answers. The sheriff says the man's body was found when coworkers came to check on him last night. He hadn't shown up for work in 2 days.
Is it clear whether the victim died of gunshot wounds or stab wounds?
Not at this time, it's not. We do not know what the cause of death is. The body has gone over to Grand Forks Medical Examiner, and they'll be doing the autopsy there.
It appears to be a suspicious death, though?
Does appear to be a suspicious death, yes.
Authorities are now searching for the victim's missing pickup. It looks similar to this one, and it has a blue topper. It's a 1998 Chevy extended cab pickup with Minnesota license plates 742HLK. If you know anything, please contact the Marshall County Sheriff's Department. Minnesota school administrators say they'll take whatever support they can get, but they don't seem overly excited about Governor Mark Dayton's plan to use part of Minnesota's $1.9 billion surplus to increase funding for K-12 education. It would amount to an increase of just about $142 a student. One superintendent that in Crookston schools, Chris Bates, says that's not even enough money to give teachers a 3% raise.
If we're talking 1%, 2%, 3%, whatever it is, that's certainly always better than zero. And it takes budget cutting and all those nasty things out of play, because that's not what schools want to be doing.
Now, if you'd like to learn more about the governor's proposed budget, we've got it online. Head to valleynewslive.com and click on this story. Some drastic changes to the way child abuse is investigated in Minnesota. A new law will allow child protection workers to look at previous abuse reports. Governor Mark Dayton began pushing for the law after a 4-year-old was killed by his stepmother in 2013. Pope County Social Services received numerous complaints from daycare providers saying that they believed Eric Dean was being abused. Social Services failed to take action, and that led to this little boy's death. Clay County Social Services, the workers there say that this law will make an impact on how they investigate. Valley News Team's crime and safety reporter Nicole Johnson shows us what the changes are and why a local daycare director feels change is long overdue.
It's more than broken bones. It's more than a couple tears here and there. It causes long-term effects, and it's really hard for them to bounce back from that.
Signs children are being abused, something Andrea Arntzen, director of Nokomis Child Care, says is heartbreaking.
You want to be able to do more, and then you get these letters back saying that it doesn't meet the criteria, and it's like, well, what now?
Arntzen has filed numerous reports in her years working with children and feels Minnesota Child Protective Services needs to do better.
What am I supposed to do? Am I just supposed to file report after report after report after report when some of these reports that we file, they're pretty intense?
Since 2011, Clay County child protection workers are investigating over 90% more cases.
Very happy to be able to add some staff in order to better adequately respond to those issues.
Tuesday, the County Commission approved a request for more staff. Good timing, according to Rhonda Porter, Director of Social Services, who says the new law will add more work to their plate, but she's not opposed to it. Porter says being able to look back on all prior reports of abuse will allow them to do their job better.
I think we have been concerned that because of our inability to do that perhaps we're not looking at the whole picture.
One step aimed at protecting children, something Arntzen says is past due.
There are so many children out there that need people to stick up for them. They can't talk for themselves.
Nicole Johnson, Valley News Live.
Well, Porter says this law is the first of many. Governor Dayton's task force on the protection of children have made more recommendations. Porter says she believes in the years coming that they will see more laws creating an impact. Well, it's a contentious issue for many families in Fargo. If school leaders decide to make this change, middle and high school boundaries would change starting in 2016-2017 school year. Parents say the change would take some students away from their long-term friends and classmates and break up neighborhoods. Now, if you'd like to voice your opinion on this, you sure can. Tonight, the school district is holding its final meeting to address concerns. It started at 6 o'clock, so it just got started, but it does go until 7 at Centennial Elementary if you'd like to go. Later on Valley News Live at 6, we'll tell you how much or little money North Dakota is going to be able to put into its checking account.
A dreary night out there for a lot of us with some rain and even some snow showers. I'll let you know when the sun will return right after this.